We offer our condolences to the families of those who have been killed and injured. This is absolutely appalling. This is disgraceful, and it's absolutely shameful that Jews in 2025 are being killed for being Jews, and it's just absolutely heartbreaking. I would also have to say that the protests afterwards, again, I think were really disgraceful. Not the thing that I think people should be doing on that day of all days. And I do think the people who thought that was a good idea in terms of doing a protest and also carrying out acts of violence and blocking stations and so forth, take a long, good, hard look at yourself. I mean, what were you thinking? That's just absolutely appalling. That there has been a lot of tolerance of anti-Semitism, especially on the pro-Palestine marches, and that both Labour and the Conservative governments could have done more to stamp down on that kind of open anti-Semitism in the streets. I think that there has been an atmosphere of anti-Semitism which has got out of control.
So we can be critical of the Israeli government, but also be supportive of the Jewish community who has basically had a terrorist attack happen in Manchester. I think the insensitively around having a protest straight after a terrorist attack is probably not the greatest thing to do, because you'd want some reflection at least. So I would probably kind of agree that having protests straight after isn't the best thing to do. But I think for us to discuss it, it means we can have that dialogue. We can talk about this thing, because at the end of the day, what's going on in Gaza, what happened in Manchester, the reality. So we have to talk about them. If we don't, then we let hate and fear kind of revel forward.
Of course, you can, as a decent human being, do both things. Condemn the attacks yesterday, which were appalling, but also be very condemnatory of the actions of Israeli authorities in Gaza. I think you can be absolutely shocked and horrified by what took place yesterday, and say that absolutely Jewish people have a right to be safe all the time, and especially in their places of worship. Whilst also, and again, a point that I was going to make earlier on, which is that Israel is a democracy, and a number of people in Israel are equally as condemnatory of the actions of their government. You know, they're like any other democracy. You know, they'll have people who support the government and people who don't.